better here. Alright, it's looking a little bit better here. Howdy folks, welcome back. So this is August 17th, the last bit of data that we got from the Siege satellite before the loss of data, we'll say, or the lack of data. And if you look at this event, it's quite a big event. There's several objects accompanying this. Oh, that's a huge blast, right? Now, if you look over on the red side over here, you can see there's a lot of plasma that comes off with that too. All that energy, all that plasma and heat heads towards the Earth. That energy gets absorbed by the magnetic field, diverted to the poles send it to the core heats up, expands, and grinds in its shell, right? Well, this is what's causing our global warming. It's not man. There's no way we could, our emissions would affect the weather in such a drastic way. So this bullshit about humans causing global warming is just that. It's a bunch of bullshit. This is what's causing our global warming. These objects interacting with the sun heaving plasma across space at our planet, and when it hits our planet, it diverts it to the poles. It's the same thing I just described, and that's what's heating up our planet. It's not us and our emissions. So don't let the governments and all this media feed you this line of bullshit that, oh, you're responsible for global warming, you need to cut your carbon emissions. Shit, what about China and their carbon emissions? They're the ones that pollute this planet way more than we do. So how come they're not forced to control their emissions, huh? Because that's not the case. This is what causes their global warming. This is what's causing our freak hurricanes, our earthquakes, the volcanoes going off, is this energy coming off the sun. It's basic. It's really simple to understand. The media is just a bunch of liars. I mean, everybody, your government, your media, you're just surrounded by liars and cheats and thieves. I'm trying to show you what's really causing it. This kind of activity here on our sun is what causes the effects here on our planet, okay? And this is probably the reason why they don't have the last 3 days worth of data up there, because there were more explosions off the sun like this. Now, I'm gonna let that run for a few minutes. It's kind of hard to stall it here. Let me see if I can try to do a frame by frame here. All right, wait for the next little go around here. But you can clearly see these objects interacting with the sun, causing it to cough out these CMEs. Let's back it up a little bit. I'm trying to do all this with the opposite hand. All right, so right about there is where you can see, here's our round object right here in the middle. Okay, you can see it right in this area right there. And that's what's causing our planet to heat up, our planet to react in all kinds of different ways, because it's all coming from the sun. It's not our emissions. If that were the case, we'd have global warming back in the Industrial Revolution, when we were at max pollution of the planet. So let me put this back into motion here. All right, so this is the August 17th. This is the energy that hit us today, the 20th. And that's what is causing our hurricanes. That's what's causing the freak hurricane on the west coast. That's what's causing all our fires, okay? Is this activity on the sun. And they don't want you knowing this. They want you to believe that you're responsible for it so they can tax you into oblivion. As if these thieves haven't stolen enough over the last 50 years of our money, our hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. These guys come along and just rape you in taxes, and then now they're going to give you a carbon tax? Well, I ought to tax them for bullshit. Every time they spew out bullshit, you owe me $1 million for lying to the American people, to lying to the world, is what they're doing. They're lying to the world. And they don't want everybody knowing that this is what's causing our problems. We're having problems with the sun. These stellar cores, these planetary objects that are out there are interacting with the sun. Then some of them, not all of them, but most of them come towards Earth. And then they hang out here. See, this planet is a special planet. It sustains life. When you're out there in the vastness of space, you look around, it's just a void vacuum of life. Void of life. It's just this huge vacuum. Well, you stumble across this one little rock rotating around a star that happens to sustain life. We have all the elements here. We have oxygen, we have CO2. And that's what makes this planet special, because it's inhabited by people with spirits, okay? And these entities, they have their spirit too, but they're coming from their distant stars, their distant planets, to come here because they know God is here on Earth. He's not on Mars. He's not over hanging out on Venus. He's not chilling on Mercury. No, God is here on Earth, and all these entities know it, and that's what's bringing them here. When they arrive here at the sun. Then they interact with the sun, bounce off, and start coming in our direction. The sun doesn't just burp out a CME. It doesn't have heartburn and it just burps up a CME. No, it's due to these objects passing by, interacting with the magnetic field of the sun. They bounce off, their magnets also repel each other, so they get drawn in, but then they get too close and repel off the sun and causing these blasts. You can see these objects. I've shown them year after year after year. And I can't believe that these guys in the media are still trying to push this global warming stuff, that you guys are responsible for it. If anybody's responsible for it, it's the criminal elite that are in charge. See, it's their iniquity that's causing this stuff to come here. They're causing bad juju on this planet, and now everybody, all these other races are coming here to watch the grand finale, like the fireworks show on the 4th of July, the very last part, the grand finale, where they all just pop off a bunch at the same time. Well, that's what's about to happen here on our sun. And they're all gathered here to watch it go down, all right? I'm sick and tired of people trying to blame the public for global warming. It's a bunch of bullshit. And whoever says that, you automatically know who you can't trust, right? So it's time to get this clear. People are not responsible for it. The sun and the activity on the sun is what's responsible for the weather on our planet. I studied the space weather since a long time ago because I knew that it affected our weather here on Earth. And then along in that process, I started discovering these objects interacting with the sun. All right, I showed you Nibiru and Nemesis that was captured September 10th of 2017. That was 13 days before the Revelation 12 star alignment. This is a 2,000-year-old prophecy that came true. In Revelation 12, it says there are two signs. The first one being the woman draped with the sun with the moon at her feet and a crown of 12 stars. That happened. That configuration is a one-time deal, ever, one time only, and it happened on September 23rd of 2017. We were all here. We all witnessed it. It took place. Then, in the prophecy, it says another sign appeared. A great dragon stood in front of the woman ready to consume the child. Well, the dragon stood in front of the woman. That means it happened before the star alignment of the woman. So on September 10th, 2017, is when Nibiru and Nemesis interacted with the sun and caused 3 huge X flares. I mean, this is when the sun is supposed to be going into its grand solar minimum, right? And then it burps out 3 giant X flares. That's totally out of character for the sun. It was because it was interacting with these objects, okay? And some of these objects have life on them, or other civilizations live on some of these objects that are interacting with the sun, and then they arrive at Earth, and now they're showing up in the sky. Now, I've shown you these faces in the clouds and stuff. Oh, that's what I forgot to pull up. So I'm gonna come over here and try to pull something up real quick here. Sorry, I'm just doing this on the fly in the driveway of Walmart. Come on now. Let's go over to my channel here. I take a second here. I've noticed that this hurricane that's moving in my direction is causing electromagnetic interference, causing the internet to be slow, causing, poor cell service, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go over my channel here, and I want you guys to pay close attention. Once we get there, it's gonna be methodical here. All right, let's go over to videos here, and can I scroll down, please? Yes. Whoopsie. Why is everything backwards? Oh, I see they have rearranged everything and put it in reverse. Here, look at this image of the sun, face on it, right here. This was September 10th of 2017. That's what the sun looked like when Nibiru and Nemesis interacted with it. In fact, while we're here, let's just go ahead and show you Nibiru and Nemesis, okay? This is called Wake Up Call. This is one of the first videos I did. I was a wreck after doing this.
I'd like to say thank you to a fellow YouTuber who showed me how to use this instrument so I can go into the archives and find something I've been looking for.
Oh, come on.
Knows who he is. So,
yeah, that was Blue Kool-Aid, who's now Wages World. Helped me get a tutorial on how to use these instruments. Alright, let's fast forward to right there.
Here's our object right here. This looks like Nibiru. It's got a wing coming off on this side, a wing coming off on that side.
Now, this object is actually black. It's super dark, it's super black, but when it interacts with the sun, the plasma around it illuminates it a little bit. There's a plasma wing coming off on this side and a plasma wing coming off on the other side. It's actually completing a circuit. The energy coming off the north part of the sun reaches out and touches it. It completes the circuit and touches back with the southern pole of the sun. Okay, that is the real Nibiru right there. I don't give a shit if these people are taking pictures with your cell phones and this red dot appears. That's a lens flare. Okay, all these people capturing lens flares claiming it's Nibiru. I'm tired of that bullshit too. This is the real deal. This is September 10th of 2017. This is 13 days before the Revelation 12 sign. This is the red dragon.
That's not all. Because behind that is this big object right here. This is what's causing our flares. Here's a conduit of plasma that is sucking off of our sun, going into this planet. Here's a damage ring or an impact zone. This planet right here. You can see Nibiru sticking out in front of it here.
Okay, that happened on September 10th of 2017, 13 days before the Revelation 12 sign. Okay, that's the real deal. This is a stellar core or something, but it matches the definition of a black hole, is what it does. It could be a neutron star, black hole, whatever you want to call it. It is super dense, super dark, It doesn't reflect light, it absorbs light. The only way you're seeing it right now is because plasma is draping over it. Much like an invisible table you can't see, if you throw a tablecloth over it, it paints the contour, the edges, the corners, and you're able to see it a lot better, right? You're able to make out that it's a table. Let me see if I can zoom in a little more on this. I can zoom in on a YouTube page. Alright, that's a little bit better. Okay, I can't really move the camera too much. I got a funky little setup going here, but alright, there's Nemesis right here. You can see this little plasma conduit coming off the sun into this. It's spreading out and makes a damage ring or an impact zone on the surface of this big old stellar core. Okay? This white circle represents the size of the sun, not the black circle. The black circle is the occulter that blinds the camera, or that keeps the sun from blinding the camera. The white circle represents the size of the sun. This thing is 5 to 10 times bigger than our sun, okay? This also is affecting our weather, causing global warming, okay? It's not you, it's not me, it's not the cows farting. If anything, it would be the bullshit coming out of Washington, D.C. that would cause global warming, or the bullshit coming off of all the news agencies. Yeah, the steam coming off of that heaping pile of crap, that might cause global warming, because there's so much of it all over the place. But this is what's really causing our problems. This thing is very nearby, okay? It didn't just bounce around the sun and head on out. No, just like these other objects, it came here. It's hanging out here. It's around. So is its little stellar core, Nibiru, okay? Those objects are around, okay? They didn't just circle around the sun and head on out. See, the physics of celestial bodies, the astrophysics of them is changing. It's not what we were all taught in school, all right? As you can tell, we were lied to all the way through school and fed a bunch of bullshit in school to get you to conform and believe and be a good little robot that goes to work and makes money for these assholes to steal, right? So, I've had enough of this crap. Blaming this and blaming that. I see this storm coming up and they're all, oh gosh, it could be because of us and our emissions and blah, blah, blah. Spare me. Excuse me. This is this is what's affecting us, okay? And the other cores that come out along with it, all right? As you see, there's more than just one object. Every time I bring up the seed site, look at, I'll go back over here to the seed site. There's one there. Okay, there's another there. There's another there. There's three just in this day. Okay? So don't believe it when they tell you, oh, it's just this one object, or it's this, that. No, there's plenty of them. And they're constantly bombarding the sun. All right? And this activity is picking up in frequency. It used to be, once every year, then it was, every few months, and then it was every month, and then it became every week. And now we're at the point where it's almost every day. It's to the point where they have to delete data, leave out missing frames, entire days, entire weeks. There's been that the chart was blank for entire weeks. Now, this is the George Mason University, okay? They're the ones that run this seed site. So, who's controlling them? Who's telling them what to put up, what you can't, what to edit out, what not to, don't put up stereo A because it captured it too clearly. So you'll have Soho capture it, but then they won't put up stereo A's data. So they're playing all kinds of shenanigans, all kinds of games here, trying to dodge the truth and get you to think that it's your fault. All right? It's not your guys' fault. This is the spiritual realm interacting with our realm. Okay? It's about the only way I can put it to where you guys can understand it, all right? Some of these celestial bodies are spiritual in nature. They have faces on them. There are entities that are coming out with these. I've shown you those faces and stuff before too. Okay? So let's go back over here. Now I want to get to some... Whoopsie. Dang it. That's not what I wanted here. Put this back up there, please. Oh, come on now. I hate having to do this without a mouse. Stupid iPads with their little finger pad thing that you click on. That's the lamest thing ever. Sorry, I prefer a mouse. And I don't have a mouse right now because I'm out in the friggin' rain. Can we put this... Oh. Oops, I accidentally touched it. I didn't even click on it. See, it just does things on its own when you're trying to scroll. Oh, you touched it just a tad bit too much, and oh, it just blinks out. It's getting frustrated with this technology. We have this wonderful technology, yet it can't be used improperly. Now back to my channel here. Can we get this thing out of there? I just want to come back over here. Just be patient, folks. I'm kind of winging it here. You guys probably don't have much else to do on a Sunday night besides watch a storm. Oh, come on. Just... No. Okay. Now what? Dude, come on. Alright. And I see that now we can finally get over here. Oh, now what do I have to do? Touch this and you click that. Alright, let me get to something I wanted to show you guys now. You guys need to start looking at your clouds, okay? Because clouds are doing amazing things. Let's start off with this one, for instance. Oh, let me guess, there's going to be a friggin' ad. As if you guys haven't ripped us off enough, you're going to make more money off of my show. How dare you? Alright.
Howdy, folks. Welcome back.
We're going to let this one play for a second. Can you see this face with the ear, eyes, nose?
Or in that mosaic that I was talking about, are not only taking place there, but now they're taking shape in our clouds. And with this new filter, I was able to go through some of these pictures, and it really makes them pop now. So you can't see it yet. There's an eye here, here's the nose, mouth down below, there's an ear coming back up, the jaw running down, little pointed chin, and this face seems to almost be bisected. One half is like a goblin, and this other half looks like almost like a Wolverine or a Ewok type character. I'll let you look at that for a minute. And this was pretty faint in the original picture, but now with the filter, it really makes it pop. So you guys can see that now. And I'm gonna bring you some more. Just real quick here, I want to show you the unfiltered version. This is the original right here.
So that's what the clouds look like, but then you add the filter, you can see the face in there.
Yeah, a lot better.
Now, I want to talk about something here. There's this thing called pareidolia, where you can make out things in the clouds, like, oh, if you made this the tail and you made this the head, it would be a puppy dog or whatever. This is not the case. These are faces that are stamped into the clouds. I don't know if any of you took art class or are artists, but it's really hard to draw a face, okay? And to get the proportions just right, the eyes, just the same, the perfect distance away from the ears, opposing to the jaw and the mouth. It's really hard to get the dimensions of a face perfect, okay? So, if this were just a happenstance in the clouds, this is 1 in a trillion that it would make a perfect face like this. But there's more.
Okay.
Now, this one.
Okay, one more, and this one right here, you can make out we have an eye here and an eye right here. Here's the nose, and here's some lips. Looks like he's blowing. You can make out his ear over here. Horns and stuff coming up, his eyebrows.
Okay, in this image here, you can clearly make out a face. This one is blatantly obvious, okay? And this one in the lips, it's actually blowing, and it's blowing out another, down below this is a puff of clouds, right? Like a thunderhead. These entities are in the clouds, and they are fucking with the weather. It's not you and your cow farting that's causing changes in the weather. It's the spiritual realm. These objects have spirits with them, and here is the face of one of these spirits, okay? Now, this is what I'm talking about. You guys need to start looking up. We are all experiencing storms and thunderstorms now in the afternoon. When these storms are boiling and starting to create dark clouds like up above here, start looking for stuff like this in your clouds. Because I am seeing it all over the place. And on this day, it was one face. These days, every direction has multiple faces, all right? And you won't notice if you don't know what to look for, right? So that's why I'm showing you this. This is what you look for. You'll see an eye forming and then another eye that is symmetrically the same, and they're equal distant apart with a nose in the middle and an appropriate mouth. Okay? This is not an accident. This is purposely done. This is the spiritual realm showing itself in the clouds. That's why I keep telling you guys to look up. Look at your clouds. Some of these faces are in a different dimension. They're so close up in your face that you can't see them. But if you take a picture with your phone and zoom out, like the new phones, you can actually zoom out on a picture, and then that's when you start seeing these faces. They're so close in your face, it's hard to see them. But once you take the picture, take it home, compress the picture, and all of a sudden you'll see that this storm cloud has a frickin' face in it. And these faces, like I said, are all over the skies. And they're not just Satan-looking type faces or human-looking type faces. There's all kinds of creatures showing up with different faces, different races of alien faces, different races from across the universe showing up, their faces showing up in our clouds. What was the other one I wanted to do? Okay, yeah, let's back out of this one here. Okay, and, well, here, for instance, Christmas gift. Let's play this one. After another worthless ad.
Our Plus means expert vehicle advice across all of our services.
Nice, get this shit.
Got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all these pictures up way over here going across, or all of this event. And I'm going to show you going on the sun, but I really don't feel like reporting on that stuff right now. Actually, I want to go back and revisit an event that happened earlier this year, 2020, around Easter, when I captured what appears to be Jesus
on
in the
Easter
clouds here. So I need you to tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, and here's an eye, his other eye, his nose, his mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head.
Okay, so not only are we capturing demonic looking faces and stuff, but we're capturing Jesus in the clouds. Okay, that's another face in the clouds. This time it has a crown over it, signifying Jesus with great power and authority. This event happened this event happened on Easter. The significance of that happening on Easter should scream volumes. It should make this 100 times more important. Okay? And this is what I'm talking about. These faces are in your clouds, just looking right down at you. They're watching all you guys doing all your crazy stuff. And in fact, one cloud said to the other cloud, "Hey, look down there. That one looks like an idiot." And they think we're all idiots because we're not looking up and recognizing the faces and the entities that are in our clouds. Okay? These are also affecting our weather. These spirits affecting our weather. See them in the clouds? See them affecting the clouds? Get it? They affect the clouds. They affect the weather. It's not you, and it's not the cows farting, and it's not the bullshit coming out of Washington, D.C. that's causing this. We have spiritual entities showing up in the clouds along with... Whoops. Oh, it's gone now. Oh, wait, it's back here. Along with this activity, all right? So, these things popping off the sun are bringing other spirits, other entities coming with these planets and everything. They arrive here at Earth, and then they hang out, and they start looking down and watching the people, all right? Let's see if I can get back out of that. I want to go, whoops, back to my channel. All right, so we're going to continue to play this video here real quick.
Going on the sun, but I really don't feel like reporting on that stuff right now. Actually, I want to go back and revisit an event that happened earlier this year, 2020, around Easter, when I captured what appears to be Jesus in the clouds here. So I need you to tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, and here's an eye, his other eye, his nose, his mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head. That crown is hovering over his head. There seems to be almost a little halo around his head too.
There we go.
Once you see that image, we can zoom in just a little bit tighter. There you go. Okay, and this event happened over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all these pictures up way over here going across, or all of this event, and I'm going to show you more of what happened here. Okay, here I've taken about 7 or 8 of those pictures and put them together in a flip book, and you can see the different images that this event was taking place here, because there's more that happens here. Okay, so starting here, we're going to go forward a little bit here through a lot of these images, all the way to right about here, where you can see that this face has changed now. Now we're seeing a more round, like lion type face with the nose right here. Here's an eye coming out here, an eye going that way. Here's its mouth slit, the chin going down here. So this round face right here with a crown still above it.
Okay. Again, here's another face. This is what they look like in the clouds, okay? And you guys look up and you just see clouds, but there's more hiding in them, just staring right back at you, and you don't even know it. You're causing storms, you're causing chaos, they're causing the weather to change, and this is all because of the Bible. This is all written in the Bible. This is Jesus, a 2,000-year-old prophecy coming true on Easter. That's a miracle. You're looking at a miracle. Everybody wonders, what does a miracle look like? Well, that's what it looks like, okay? That's why these things look so strange, because they're miracles. You're looking at a real entity. That's the Lion of Judah, Jesus turning into a lion in the clouds.
Now I'm going to go through and show you the flip book where it changes from Jesus to this lion face. Okay, now we're here at this image right here. This is a flip book of about maybe 15 or 20 of those pictures, and it's the transition between Jesus' face and the lion face. Now this happened in the clouds, and it was so big and in your face you couldn't see it. It wasn't until I took these images and zoomed out and compressed them. You didn't zoom in. They're too big in your face. You have to zoom out to see these. And these images that you're looking at,
These images that you're looking at are about 10 dimensions back from your perspective. So if you could step outside of your body and take about 10 steps back, you would see them. But you're stuck in your body with the perspective from your eyes, so they're kind of big and in your face and just look like a cloud. But once you take a picture of them and then compress that picture down, there are all kinds of scenes, faces, all kinds of stuff playing out, biblically playing out in your skies. I bet you the weatherman won't report on that, huh? You won't see that on the CNN weather report, will you, huh? You won't see that anywhere but here. All right, I'm going to continue this real quick. Last of this video.
that have all been compressed, each frame, and then put into a flip book. And you can clearly see Jesus' face here with his crown hovering over his head, turning into that weird little lion face or whatever right there. Okay? And this happened back around Easter of 2020. So with Christmas right around the corner, I think, I just wanted to bring some hope to you folks and show you that, it's really real, it's really happening, and, you guys can look up into the clouds and take pictures just like I do.
So that's what you guys should start doing. Start taking some pictures of these storm clouds. See if you can compress them down and find out what is hiding in the clouds. Okay? What else, Lord, should I say about this? This happened 3 years ago. Okay? That should give you a hint as to how deep into the game we are. This happened 3 years ago. We are very, very close to the end. Okay? And now, that you guys have seen that one, where's my little thing? Come on now. Alright, I want to try to go back to my channel and see if I can show you some other ones. Bear with me here. Where's this other face? Another thing here. Here, let's go to this one.
Okay, this lady is highly intelligent. She recognizes what's going on here, and what she did is she sped up the sound. She sped up this video 2 times because stuff is happening in different dimensions and slow motion. So when you speed things up, you start to see the activity even clearer. So here we go.
You can see this face, can't you?
Alright folks, this is a real event, okay?
I'm going to replay it again.
Okay, this lady is highly intelligent. She recognizes what's going on here, and what she did is she sped up the sound. She sped up this video 2 times because stuff is happening in different dimensions and
At a
slow
different
motion.
speed.
So when you speed things up, you start to see the activity even clearer. So here we go.
Okay. Now that video was about the sound coming from the sky. The people on the ground did not see the face in the clouds. They just heard the sounds that you heard. The harmonic, like organ type sound, and the growling and groaning coming from this face in the sky. Okay? This is going to start happening more and more. Okay? It's already happened once. This is going to start happening more and more. All right? Around all the cities of the world. Okay? Pretty soon, you're going to hear strange sounds coming from your sky with a thunderstorm, and there's probably a face hidden in the storm, and it's growling and making noises and harmonic tones coming from the sky. All right? So this is a real event captured by the locals here that just thought that there were some weird noises coming from the sky. Now, when it was slowed down, it's not as clear, but when you play it at twice the speed, all of a sudden it becomes a lot clearer as to what's going on here. All right? This is another face in the clouds. I've shown you several faces now in the clouds. This is what's going on, and this is what you guys need to prepare for. Okay? The news ain't going to tell you. They probably not even aware. Some of the people, some of the news broadcasters aren't even aware of what's going on. They're told to what to report on and what not to report on. And you're not going to see this in the front page of the paper or on CNN or, any news agency, because they're hiding this kind of stuff. And it's up to you guys to capture it when something like this goes down. So when you start seeing these dark black clouds rolling in, you need to squeeze off some pictures and see what's going on in there, because there's more going on than meets the eye. All right? What else, Lord? I'll show them something else. Let me see if I can back out of this. I only got about a half hour left, and then I got to scoot. But it's important that you guys understand what's really going on in your clouds here. Let's see if I can find this other little guy. Here's Jesus in the clouds again. After another ad. Come on, YouTube, make a bunch of money off of me with your lame little ads. Some of these ads you can't click out of them. You gotta watch the whole stupid ad.
See this face here? There's a crown right here. Also in the... Howdy folks, welcome back. So snapping some pictures of the clouds yesterday, and I noticed something forming in the clouds, what looked like a face over here. And I'm going to start zooming in on this face because it's a real face.
That's too close.
And if you look back behind it here, let's zoom in just a little bit, you'll notice that back behind here, this face is being projected by Jesus' heart right here. You can see it radiating out. Here's Jesus' face. He's pulling open his shirt, exposing his heart. His heart's radiating out this image in the sky.
Can you see Jesus right here pulling his shirt open?
There's a crown right here. Also in the etherical, in black, there's another crown right here. Alright, so just wanted to show you this picture.
Oh, come on, I didn't click on it.
And if you look back behind it here,
Alright, hopefully in this little image right here, you can see Jesus right here. Looks like he's wearing sunglasses, pulling his shirt open, exposing his heart. And his heart is radiating out this face in the sky. With the eyes right here, the ear, okay? There's a face right in there, wearing a crown, okay? Alright, let's back out of this one. Let's go to another video. See, all kinds of stuff going on in your clouds. This one was a wolf. And another ad. Okay.
Howdy folks, welcome back. So in the last video we left off what appears to be a wolf. There's an eye right here and an eye over here. Here's his ear coming up, his snout coming down, and it appears that he's blowing, huffing and puffing and blowing. That's what it appears to me. And we'll zoom in here. We'll zoom in on these eyes. These eyes are just, they're there. That's a real face in the sky. Let me go to another image. Okay, here's another image of it here. Let's just zoom in on this eye, on these eyes a little bit. Because those are so defined. It appears that this has multiple faces too. This can be the snout of a wolf, or you can look at these two nostrils up here as a dragon nose too. Okay. Real quick, here's the last image I caught of the wolf.
Okay, so not just human faces,
And
but
as I pan
animal
around, I'm
faces
just
as
taking
well,
pictures
too.
of different cloud formations
let's
and
see.
stuff. And in this one, you can see what would appear.
Let's see, I want to scroll down to another one. Where did it go? There it is.
Mom?
Come on, skip the ad. Why bother even playing ads? Everybody skips them.
Appear, and there appears to be another face or something right up here. And if you're seeing other face, and getting lots of pictures and not even enough time to process them yet, but here we go. So this one I saw unfolding when I was driving, and I couldn't take a picture until I got to this stoplight. So I squeezed off as many pictures as I could at this stoplight, and we're gonna start zooming in, pulling it over a little bit, and maybe some of you see it now, but there's Yoda in the sky right there. Yes. And this is like one of these pictures that's multi-dimensional too. So if you tilt your head to the right a little bit and make this an eye now, it turns into a gremlin or one of the little mogwais before he's eaten after midnight. So we had this sitting in the sky.
Yeah, so we
Now,
got faces
I'm
of
used to seeing
Yoda,
angels
different
and dragons and
different
stuff,
creatures.
biblical stuff.
different creatures, different entities, and here's Yoda in the clouds right there. Let me try doing full screen just a tad bit. Yeah, maybe you guys can see it a little bit better. Here's the top of his head and ear going, whoops, my hand blocking the whole thing. The ear coming out on this side and ear coming out on this side. His eyes right here, chubby little cheeks, his short stubby little chin, and his bald head right there with the wrinkles in it. So, not only are we picking up, like I said, angels and demons and stuff like that, but also Yoda. So, it's probably an ascended master who's watching me drive around and constantly following me. This stuff follows me everywhere I go. Now let's zoom back out of that one and carry on to another one real quick. Where's the old man one? Where's the old man one? It must be up. Hang on here just a second. I'm trying to find. Oh, where is it? There it is. Let's see if you guys can see this face too. After another ad.
Keep it the best. Keep it quilted means comfort that feels good and does good. With 5 million trees planted.
zoom in on it. Okay, here's his eye. And we're looking at this round face right here with an eye and a button nose. And he looks like he's almost a smash face, almost like a pug or something with a human face. There's his mouth, and he's kind of sad. He's looking down kind of sad. And you can make out what look like horns or something coming off up there. Go over a little bit more. Zoom in on it. Okay, here's his eye, here's his other eye, and his nose. He's looking down this way. And as we pull back, see the...
Alright, this round face right here. This almost reminds me of like a painting from the 1500s or something like that, where this face is captured right here in the clouds looking down. Okay, so there's, like I said, there's all kinds of activity going on in your clouds and in your storms, and the last thing in the world that it is you or the cows farting causing global warming. Your cow farts don't make faces in the clouds, okay? I'm sorry to tell you, only the spiritual realm does. And the spiritual realm is here. And all kinds of entities, like this guy, this little race or whatever he is, are here looking down from the clouds, watching you guys all the time, following you everywhere you go. And some of these are so big you can see them on the satellite. When you're looking at the satellite, you'll see formations of faces that cover like half the country. So they're big ones, they're small ones, they're like in different dimensions, different sizes. Okay? So I just wanted to kind of clear the air with this global warming stuff and put that to rest, put that idea to bed, because it's not our emissions that are causing this wild weather. It's the interactions with the sun, the spiritual realm, all kinds of things are controlling our weather. All right. I think that was about it. Yeah, because I gotta kind of wrap it up a little bit here. Let's see if we can find one more. Where's another face? I think that was most of the faces. I know what I can show you though. You can come over to my channel. All these, click on some of these videos and watch them. You can see them a lot better than me trying to take my camera to a laptop. Alright. There's one more image I want you guys to see too. Oh, here, we can do this one for a minute. Everybody's talking about the Anunnaki and all these prehistoric races, prehistory. Come on, skip an ad, please.
Well, much like that, so do these ones right here.
All right.
And what I'm about to show you is gonna knock your socks off. So, a couple of days ago, I was doing a video on these kind of craft exiting the sun, which looked like it was being towed out from behind the sun or something. And I did a video on that one, and that's this one right here. And it looked like it was this actual model being pulled out from behind the sun. So, I did a stream yesterday, and I was looking for a thumbnail for it, and I couldn't match up any pictures, wouldn't match up. And it wasn't until I started digging deeper into my pictures, and I pulled up this one right here that I used as a thumbnail on my latest stream. That's when it occurred to me, this thing sitting next to this one, they're the same object. It's the same thing.
The same craft.
Whoever made this craft right here is here now, and what I thought was a man standing on the plane before is actually one of the vertical stabilizers that comes out at an angle, kind of like an F-18's vertical stabilizers. They're not straight up and down vertically, they come out at an angle. Well, much like that, so do these ones right here. And what I thought was a man standing up is this vertical stabilizer right here. Okay, so now back to this one. When I was looking...
Okay. This is an advanced race from the past that is now here in your clouds. They're here and now they're taking form in the clouds. Okay, so this is other stuff to be looking for, as well as UFOs making UFO-shaped clouds. Okay, and then I think make that smaller. Go back. Come on. All right, I want to screw them up a little bit here. Where was the one I wanted? Oh. All right. Now this
I'm
one,
Angela
oh
Valentini.
God.
If you've been injured in the Carson City area, a local attorney.
Spare me, lady. Attorneys, these snakes in the grass, they'll win the case for you, but then they'll take more than half the money, and you're the one that got injured, not them. All right, I don't know how well this is going to pick this one up. Oh.
And now I've run it through the filter here. So if you turn your head to the right, about 45 degrees, you can make out the head, the hair, the breasts, it's a female, the torso, the waist, the legs coming down here, a wing coming off here, a wing coming off over here. And we'll zoom in on this real quick, because this one's nice and clear that you can. Okay, this is an angel that was caught hovering in a shaft of light over this sleeping child down below here. So, zoom in on it again. Just excited that you can see it a lot clearer now, because before it was kind of faint, and now with these filters I'm able to make these images pop a little bit more for you guys so you can see them. I'm sorry about the way I have to do it with the camera and the computer, but I don't have any other options. So I just wanted to bring this angel to you for a moment so you guys can see that this is real. This is security camera footage that's admissible. It's evidence in a court of law. So what you're looking at right there is admissible as evidence in a court of law.
It's a legal angel.
It's a real angel right there, sleeping over this kid, over the sleeping kid.
All right, I think that
Alright,
was
that's
about
it
it.
for now.
I'm
Thought I'd
gonna
bring this one to you. I'll probably have to do it one at a time for a
close
while
out with
until I
this
can
one.
get a big compilation together, but
And then we'll go back and close out with Jesus in the clouds here. All right, so the spiritual realm is real. It's here, it's interacting with our clouds,
folks, welcome
and it's
back. I
causing
know there's a lot of
faces and all
activity
kinds
going
of
on
stuff
in
in
the
this,
sun, but I really don't feel
all
like
kinds of
reporting on that
activity
stuff
and
right now.
crazy weather.
Actually, I want
So
to go
we'll
back
leave off
and
this one, and
revisit
then,
an event
I'll say
that
goodbye.
happened earlier this year, 2020,
One last
around
time on-
Easter, when I captured what appears to be Jesus in the clouds here. So I need you to tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, and here's an eye, his other eye, his nose, his mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head. That crown is hovering over his head. There seems to be almost a little halo around his head too. Once you see that image, then we can zoom in just a little bit tighter. There you go. Okay, and this event happened over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all these pictures up way over here going across, or all of this event, and I'm going to show you more of what happened here. Okay, here I've taken about 7 or 8 of those pictures and put them earlier this year, 2020, around.
Okay, so we'll close out with that image. So not only is the spiritual realm here, it's hanging out in our clouds, that's causing this weather, but also Jesus is here too. All right? He's here already. Everybody's waiting for this or that or whatever. This happened 3 years ago. He's been here for longer than 3 years. And everybody's just going on about their life like nothing's happened yet. Well, it has happened. You just didn't see it. Well, I did, and I captured it, and that's why I continue to bring this to you, because this is the most important information we've had in the last 2,000 years. This is a 2,000-year-old prophecy come true. This is a miracle in the sky. Jesus with his crown turning into a lion on Easter. That should solidify your faith and take you to the point of knowing. This should be your foundation, your rock-solid bedrock, unshakable, unmovable. When anybody tries to tell you, oh, the Anunnaki came and created us, or we're the product of evolution, that's all a bunch of BS. All a bunch of BS that we were taught in school, that they're all lies, because they don't want this kind of truth coming out, all right? This is the truth. Everything else you see is all lies, deception, manipulation, just to get you to be a good little slave and continue to give your money to the crooks. The crooks that take that money and invest in islands and take little kids there and molest little kids and stuff. Yeah, those guys. Well, they're in some deep shit, because somebody is already here and has been watching every move they make. Every move they make. So, you guys, you're all good. You're the elite. These other guys are a bunch of criminals, is what they are. And I'm still a little upset about our police and our military not upholding the oath they took. That part about defending the Constitution against enemies, foreign and domestic. The domestic is the one we had to worry about the most. Every country throughout the course of history has always gone tyrannical and killed its citizens. That's why nobody will stand up to these people. Well, it's about time you do, because if you don't, you're going to be compliant with them, and you will be guilty by association. Our so-called agencies and a secret service, those are the people that are protecting the criminals. They're keeping you from getting your hands on these criminals in Washington. And since we can't do it as people, someone else is here. He's going to take care of business instead. Okay, so you guys just hold on tight. It's going to get really, really bumpy, but know in your hearts that he's here already. He's here, and you are going to get salvation. The victory is already won. We're just watching the tape again, watching the movie over again into the finish. All right, that's about like the only way I could put it, so it'll make sense to you guys. So hold on to this image. Go over to my channel, take a picture of this with your phone, so you have it on your phone whenever you're in dire straits. You can pop this image up, and it'll give you some peace, and it'll bring you some hope. Okay, because right now they're trying to dash all your hopes and make it seem like everything is just it's all over, that it's not even worth fighting for. Well, it is worth fighting for, and we're gonna win. All right, I think that's about it. They're gonna start wrapping up things, and I got to get out of here. It's starting to rain, and I need to get back to my tent, my campsite, and buckle down for a rainy night, because the hurricane is going to be moving over my neck of the woods tonight, and I can tell I'm going to have a wet walk home. So just know that this global warming stuff's all a lie. They're doing whatever they can to cover their tracks and try to escape. Well, there's no escape. You can't get off the planet. You can't go into the planet. You're going to be answering to this. very soon. Okay, we're winding things up. You can see by all the fires that I showed you in South America and Africa that that's in their winter time. They're having massive fires like this in their winter time. What's going to happen in the summer down there? Okay, I think that's about it. I don't know what else to say except I love you guys. I miss you guys. I hear your prayers. Thank you for all your prayers. You guys have really stepped it up lately since my homelessness thing has happened. You guys' prayers have really stepped up, and I'm thankful, and I'm very proud of you guys. You're a very good family, and that's what we need is good people, and we're gonna get this. We're gonna win this, and all the bad people they're gonna pay the ultimate price. And I think they're starting to get that hint now that ultimate price to be paid is coming due really soon. So watch these guys. They might start getting desperate and pulling all kinds of shenanigans, false flags, whatever. Watch out for like China and Russia. They're going bankrupt. They're going broke, and they're having huge catastrophes. So pretty soon, things are going to get so desperate that they're going to have to make some moves. So just watch your news carefully, watch your back carefully, watch your weather carefully, watch your skies carefully, okay? Because someone's around watching all this go down, and he's here to take care of business. All right, that's it for now. Love you all. God bless you all. And until my next stream, bye.